ritualistic things, like how we go pray 5 times a day and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's what makes you the today Muslim. However, you can marry a believer. So that's like the same person who's like a Jewish lady who's like, I believe in the one God, but my final message comes from Moses, but I do believe that other revelations come. That relationship can happen because she doesn't deify Azariah and she hasn't denied Jesus. You see what I'm saying? There's specificities to it.
Yeah, no, I get you. There's probably more subtlety, but that only works for the guys, not the women.
A woman argued to me one time, yeah, that he has to be a person of the book. Now, I'm not going to give an answer to that, yeah, because the lady who was saying it to me, yeah, wasn't refuting it. I wasn't necessarily for it. She was just questioning.
Yeah, I don't even know this. Like I said to you, this is what the Asian dudes tell me. And the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is,
yeah. So I
I've
would
heard it from
actually
multiple.
say,
And the funny
I would
thing is,
actually say he's correct to a degree, yeah. Because here's the thing: a Christian or a Judaic guy, yeah, that pretty much believes the same principle, yeah,
but you see
pretty
what,
much pick up the 5 rituals as well,
yeah,
and the Ramadan.
what a lot of them have said is pretty much they say, I don't know if this is just a cultural thing. They might add in, some of the religion to it, but they say like, there's no way. Some of them might even ask that these are just dudes you bump into at the ends. That obviously you know them, but they start talking in conversation. Some of them say, "Oh, I got one of my brothers is with a black woman," or just show you pictures or whatever. And they say, "Oh well, they say they don't allow their women to be with a man from another group, especially from another group or anything. It's if it's not
Religion or race, which there's a
both." They said it doesn't matter because I think race is probably one thing, but then religion ultimately is the
yeah religion more than race because if
is
you're Muslim,
is the
they're more
decider.
likely be cool with it.
Yeah, yeah. If you're Muslim, they'll accept the race, but they don't really like the race anyway. But the point isn't no more so on the race; it's about the religion, though. But it was saying the women, because I would say, what if the woman was with a Christian or something? They'd be like, nope, can't happen. He would have to turn Muslim. But they said
Yeah.
if they could be with a Christian woman or a Jewish woman, I guess, she wouldn't have to turn Muslim. I don't know if the marriage rank will be different because some of them say there's like 2 degrees. There's like I think the main wife they say you gotta have the like a nikah or whatever with, and then they say that you can have like a wife like there's some of them you see them on speakers corner and that they talk about it. There's one dude who said he's got like a white woman who he's kind of married her separate to his wife or whatever, but she's not a wife in that kind of rank, so they could do that with somebody from like I guess.
That's a sect of Muslim. That's not
Yeah,
actually.
no, I get it. That's why I was saying the Asians, some of them would
Yeah,
do that, especially. That's why I said I don't know if it's them doing it as a cultural thing and
yeah, that's a cultural thing.
using the
Because with
religion with it.
African, yeah, with like particularly like around our section, a wife is a wife. 1, 2, 3 to 4. You're responsible for everything for her and the other one to ratio. They're equal. There isn't like, oh, you're a side wife. Da, 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 da. No, there is equal. You got buy her a car. You buy her a car.
Yeah, no, I get you because, like I said, it's different. This isn't the wives. I know you can have the four. This is like a separate sort of thing, but and because there's some Muslims that were even debating even this guy and the one I seen on speakers corner, because they were saying to him, no, you're not supposed to do that because he was saying he can have his 4 wives and this is a different wife and some they had mixed thoughts on the interpretation, but I already said all that to say I guess just like you were saying with the like the Jewish or the the Christian women and that like it's an interesting one when people say you are what your mother is, so it's just like I guess
Yeah,
might be
specifically for the Jews that say that.
yeah. I was just thinking if
But then when I think about it, originally the original Jews was black people. So now you might think about it as it could be some of the West Africans, some of the guys on the American islands or in America. So it depends on how you want to look at it. Like, because I know that they adopt that, but I don't know where in Black America or Island Black America that culture is applied.
yeah some I've heard it in some FBA cultures and some Pan African and different kind of scholarship based come from the black community that do say like I said, I've heard it on both sides. I've heard some, and I ain't got the text or the arguments here that would suggest that, you know, if a child's mixed, that's why a lot of them teach against interracial relationships and stuff. They say, oh, because you are what the mother is, but then some will say, no, well, you are what the dad is. I think that the nation and some of them will say you are what the dad is. And that's what they use with Fard Muhammad, where they say his dad was a black man. Alfonso, so they say, you know, he was a black man because his dad was a black man or whatever. But you do have some who would teach, no, you are what the mother is, especially in terms of what you come through her, and you know. So I guess it's a different, you know, you come through her womb, your body's made from what's inside her, and you know, yes, I guess when you do mix, they're gonna get some of those genes, but some
because I mean, like
she forms it.
They come from the seed of your dad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the two arguments. So you know, like I said, the people argue. You know, I'm not arguing either one of them, but those are the two vantage points that people do look at it from.
You just see them both, innit?
I think it must be tough for
Like,
yeah, that's where it must be tough for mixed people in that regard, man, because you do see some documentaries and even some, you know, videos and some of us where they put out their story, and some of them, you know, they have it rough on one side with even some family experiences and stuff, and it's something I've always kind of been mindful about. Even when I dated an Asian chick, it was always in the back of my mind, like, you know, if I had a kid with her, you know what, you kind of what you're signing them up for. And I know you can't stop certain aspects of life.
I don't think we wanted to do that on Fonzo, because then she would probably try to take your kid.
Oh, she would have, and she would have ended up dead.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
She would have ended up dead.
Good that didn't.
I remember, you know, I always said that to, you know, there used to be a show on TV out here back in the day called EastEnders. It probably still runs.
Yeah, I know it.
I ain't watched that shit in years, but you had a character called Ian Beale, and everybody used to hate him. But I liked him. Nobody ever realized why I liked him. But I liked him when I was young. There was an episode where his wife or whatever at the time, like, she took his kids, she disappeared out of the country with them, and you know, so a lot of the narrative was about how he was upset with the situation, but he went literally to get them back and jumped on the plane and went out there with Phil and all, or no, it wasn't even Phil, it was Grant or whoever it was back in the day, Phil's brother and shit. But
somebody died on the mountain.
I don't think he knocked her off or whatever, but he got the kids back. But I always respected that, because I always respected, like, examples of fathers you see go to bat to get their kids when the woman down bad, you know what I mean? So it wouldn't have ended well for him, because as he said,
I'm going through that situation now, but except that, like, I had free thoughts about, like,
knocking her head off.
each and everything, just in case you never see him again.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah.
That's how I conducted myself. That's why it's not so hard now. Like, people will be like that's another thing.
Is that the ones that you said? Is that the ones you said with Asian as well?